Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending from where you're watching us from. These are our faces. This is Oscar, your host, and with me is Alberto for the grand final of the eSailing Nations Cup, Italy versus Japan. What a race will that be?
Yeah, it will be amazing. This is the first final for the Japanese. This is the third final in a row for the Italians. Really look what would the result would be.
Let's switch straight up to the first race. Already see in the chat, Dr. Cruel. Good luck, all. Looking forward for a great race. A great race. I believe we are going to have a great race. Two of the top teams in the eSailing Nations Cup. As Alberto just said, multiple finals for the Italians. First time for the Japanese to reach the grand final, but they've almost always reached the bronze final before that. And we'll see if they can take it today. 14 seconds to go. We have Movimento Cinco Nodi and Luca Kozlovic on the Italian side, Yutsuki and Mimi on the Japanese side. 5 seconds to go as they inch closer to the starting line. It's going to be a M course, I believe, for this first one. And a good start by the Japanese. Got a Italian.
It's really difficult to understand. At the moment, the Italians are packed on the left-hand side. The Japanese have the right-hand side. The right wheel shift is coming, and it will be really an advantage for the people on the right-hand side of the racing area.
And Sweet Sailor saying, "May the best team win." That's the outcome that we hope for. For those of you watching, what do you think the outcome will be? Who wins it? By how much? Let's start the jinxes.
As you can see, the right wheel shift came in, and Japanese at the moment are, I say, in a 1-2 combo with Luka Kozlovic, the closest one, but they're all really close. So I would expect a lot of a nice show for this race.
Yep, they're still packed together, which means that on the short downwind that we will have just after this leg, we're going to see a lot of fights. It ends with a long downwind with this with the star, so we are likely going to see a lot of battle in the last downwind because the star isn't the fastest of the boats.
Yeah, the star will allow a big wind shadow during the downwind leg, and this will be really interesting to see what the team will prefer if they go to a 1v1. But we need to remember Muimui, Yutsuki, and Luka Kozlovic are all eSailing World Championship finalists in the fleet races, so they have a lot of skills regarding this game. And so if they go to 2v1 or 2 battle 1v1.
We'll see what they decide to do, as the two Japanese are the first ones to round the first mark. And I see in the chat Sweet Sailor predicting a 12-2 for Colombia. Colombia not racing today. The GMI Games, Japan 9-0 for Italy, 6-3 Italy wins, says Ala Komor.
I think will be
whatever
a 5-4.
The final score, yeah. I think a 5-4. Whatever the score and the end, I think it will feel like a 5-4.
Yeah, I agree. And as you can see, Italian went for a 2-1v1 battle, one between Luka Kozlovic and Mimui, one with Movimento Cinque Nodi and Yutsuki. Let's present the players. Luka Kozlovic, his real name is also his in-game name. Movimento Cinque Nodi is Carlos Bacchi. Muimui is Taichi Murakami, and Yutsuki is Katsuji Hosoji.
Thank you for that. And Dr. Cool saying it can go either way. Both teams have very strong players, so it'll come down to the team that has the day. Both teams have the potential of winning. That's that we can all agree on.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yutsuki and Movimento Cinco Nodi are going to continue their race, starting their reaching leg, and Yutsuki soon to reach the first upwind behind Luka Kozlovic and Mumis have stopped their battle a bit to concentrate on trying to reach the third mark.
Yeah, it's really important for them to understand the tactic. Luka Kozlovic is focusing mainly on his personal strength against Mui Mui. Let's see if this one could be enough for the victory for the Italians.
It's kind of, tell me if you agree, but kind of risky splitting the fleets like this, meaning that if one of the two teammates for both teams ends up in a difficult situation, it's going to be hard for the other to come and help. So both teams are relying on their teammate to do it. And as I say that, Luka Kozlovic, not Luka, but Movimento Synchronodi is going to come back to help his teammate.
But also Yutsuki is coming back to help Mui Mui. So exactly what you said was I want to say that was risky, because you have to be confident that you are not going to lose the single combat 1v1, and that's why both Yutsuki and Movimento Cinquenodi came back to help their teammates.
And we're almost back to square one, a bit more in the advantage of the Italians versus if you compare it to the first upwind, and where the Japanese no longer have the 1 and 2 position. They still have first place, but they also have the last place, and in this scenario it's going to be a losing combo for them, as Luka Kozlovic takes the penalty from Yutsuki, and Movimento Synchronodi is going to reach the mark first and prepare for a mark trap, as Yutsuki prefers taking the mark, and I don't think he rounded the mark correctly. He's going to have to round it again.
Really, really difficult position at the moment for the Japanese, but they're all really close. The race is not over yet.
Yes, I think it's 50-something meters of wind shadow with the star.
Yeah. And this is less, a little bit more than both lengths, so. There's no overlap, but they're really, really close.
Yep, and we're going to see the battle here between Mui Mui and Luka Kozlovic. Mui Mui taking the penalty is going to be slowed down by 10 seconds. Movimento Synchronodi is not going too fast. He wants to see what's happening with his teammate Luka. Yutsuki, on the other hand, is going to go straight towards the finish line, taking first place for now.
Luka Kozlovic 5.2, Mui Mui 6.1, and this one will be the battle for the victory. He's trying to create and breaking the overlap, and then put himself on a starboard side, and then going to close the deal. Nice dance between the two teams at 200 meters from the finishing line.
I think they're kind of baiting each other into trying to provoke the penalty and try to put the penalty as late as possible, but that there's no comeback possible.
There is an overlap between Mui Mui and Luka Kozlovic. Luka Kozlovic is alone.
Yeah, Yutsuki is pushing Kozlovic away. Kozlovic comebacks in.
Majestic maneuver by Luka Kozlovic at the moment.
Maybe going a bit too far for Yutsuki.
And penalty
on Mui Mui. And I believe this will be a 1 and 2 for the Japanese.
For the Italians.
For the Italians, yes, sorry. It's Movimento Synchronodi and Luka Kozlovic in first and second, then Yutsuki and Mui Mui in third and fourth, meaning that this first race will go to Italy.
It's interesting to see the statistics where Luka Kozlovic did 48 jibes, and Mui Mui, he's the one who get the most penalty. He got 8 penalties during this race. Really, really amazing race. A really, really last-minute finish is what we're expecting from the final of the eSailing Nations Cup, and I'm really glad that we are seeing this kind of amazing battle between the teams.
Indeed, indeed, and I see Donnie sailing Gambaru Nihon and Sweet Sailor. Congrats, Italy. Well played, indeed. Well played to Italy in this first race. They will take the first points. It's going to be 9 races in total, so first team to reach 5 will be crowned the winner of the eSailing Nations Cup for the 2025 edition. Next race is going to be a 3v3 in the Ilka. We're going to have FC Rich, FSC Kazuki, and Kanako on the Japanese side. It's a 3v3 mixed race. And Lorenzo, Luka Kozlovic, and Pimpi for the Italian side.
Yeah, the 3v3 Ilka, especially with the November course, so with upwind finish, it will be a really, really interesting kind of regatta that will allow a lot of tactics, because while during the long downwind, a lot of the games will be set. If you do not have a 1-2 combo, everything is open to the last upwind leg. This is a really, really interesting. Ilka is a really, really famous boat, is one of the Olympic one, but most importantly is really nervous during the downwind in virtual regatta, is allowing a top speed really, really high. So quick thinking is the most important way of winning this race, especially in the downwind side.
And quick fingers as well.
Yeah, correct. We are getting ready to start.
They can, exactly.
Yeah.
10 seconds before they can start the starting procedure. Looking at the team's lineup over here, those of you watching, who takes the second race? As we're going to switch over to the water.
Yeah. Both of them have 2 finalists in their roster, plus both of them have the female sailors. So the finalists are Lorenzo Sorrenti, that did 3 finals in a row, 2023, 2024, 2025. For the other Italian, Luka Kozlovic, he did a final in 2019. For the Japanese, FC Rich did 2 finals, 2023 and 2025, and Katsuki did 2 finals, 2024 and 2025. So 4 final each for each team.
Yeah, this is a very strong lineup on both sides. "20 seconds to go, we'll see the boats starting to take their positions close to the start line, slowly getting closer. A very cautious start by everyone.
That's lovely, because they know they do not have to risk everything now. They need to risk it at the latest moment as possible, like they did in the first race. They start to do a lot of fight at the beginning, but in the end they come back during the second upwind leg, and the nice battle between in the last downwind leg on the previous race show how careful they are, how they improve their risk management, and this is not a moment where you need to risk anything. You need to be consistent, and you need to have the last moment kind of idea, last moment of genius to make sure that you're winning that race. If there is the need.
Kozlovic here getting closer to Kanako with Pimpi also on her port.
Luka Kozlovic is doing an amazing job. He put himself exactly where he needs to be. He is slowing down Kanako. Kanako is losing some degrees on her upwind. Pimpi, that is the other female player, Anna. She's trying to laugh Kanako up, and as you can see, she is passing her on the leeward side.
And Kazuki is going to close that door by tacking over her. Meanwhile, on the left, we have Lorenzo behind FC Rich. Rich taking the penalty from Kanako. Kazuki successfully putting a penalty on Kozovic. Sorry, FC Rich taking the penalty from Pempi. Kanako over there trying to help.
Okay. At the moment, the Japanese have a 1-3 combo that is really, really important. Luka Kozlovic, though, is really close, and he is slowing down. Lorenzo is really close. So let's see how the team are reacting to this situation.
Looks like we're going to have quite a bit of wind during this downwind. Kanako flying at 11.4 knots. Lorenzo is slowly going to catch up with around 20 knots of wind and go very fast. 13 knots for FSC Kazuki over there.
It will be a nice battle between Kazuki and Luka Kozlovic right now. The two insanely skilled sailors here fighting for a last moment penalty that will go and change completely the results of this race. Luka Kozlovic do not have to lose the second position. That will be the riskiest part. And he's not covered by Kanako, so that's a good news for the Italian.
As they're getting closer to the mark.
There's no overlap, so Kazuki has the right of way. And there is a penalty for Luka Kozlovic. This is a really, really difficult moment for the Italian. Let's see if Kazuki can keep the second position. Seems the case. And now he needed to at least slow down Kanako to make sure. And no, another penalty for Luka Kozlovic. He tries best to slow down the Kanako Miki.
And this is going to be the last upwind. So this is the moment if they want to try to do something behind. Lorenzo is taking a penalty, likely from FC Rich.
Let's put a name under the nickname. Kazuki is Kazuki Miyamai. Kanako is Kanako Miki. FC Rich is Yuya Takubo. On the other side, Luka Kozlovic is Luka Kozlovic, Lorenzo is Lorenzo Sorrenti, and Pimpi is Anna Kucha. I think this one is almost a game over for the Italian, and the score will be close to. It will be going to 1-1. So we are going to reset everything and start from scratches, and that's what we like. A nice comeback from the Japanese.
Japanese answer indeed, getting closer to the finish line. Looks like they have the 1 and 2 confirmed. 1 and 2 is a winning combo no matter how FC Rich finishes. And well played by the Japanese.
Yeah.
So a 1-2-6.
1-5.
1-5 for the Japanese. A 3-4-6 for the Italians. Makes it a 1-all.
Yeah. Luka Kozlovic performed really well in the first races. In this one, he was a little bit alone in front, and a couple, 2 or 3 penalties that he got were really the game changer. One on the first upwind mark, one on the downwind side, and one on the reaching. Those 3 penalties were the one that closed any chance for the Italian to come back. But now it's time to move for the next race.
Exactly, switching to the scoreboard. So we're going to have a 1-all, the Japanese taking that second race, the Italians taking the first race. Next up is the J17 in a 4v4. On the Italian side, we're going to have Amos Di Benedetto, Lorenzo, LS7, and Luca Kozovic. And on the Japanese side, we have KGR, Mine, RV Sail, Muimui, and Yuko 31657. 4v4 in the J70 on the November course again. So starting with the with a short upwind, a long downwind, and then it's going to be a short upwind finish like we just saw with the Ilka.
Yeah,
and
but
Dr.
this one will be
the Italian win for this race.
This will be a 4v4, so a 1-2 combo. Like before, the Japanese data will not guarantee you the victory of the race. And that's why it is really important to have a really strong team overall. For example, Italy put also for the first race Amos Di Benedetto that did his eSailing World Championship final in 2022. And we see for the first race KGR that he did 2 finals in 2023 and 2024. So
also Olympic esports series for KGR.
You're correct.
So a lot of talents and a lot of experience on both sides. We're going to switch over to the water as the start procedure has been given.
Except the one that we already introduced in the previous race, we have Mine, RV Sail, Takuma Mine Oka, and Amos Di Benedetto, that is Amos Di Benedetto, and LS7, that is Alessandro Vadacca. Alessandro Vadacca, no, sorry. 30 seconds to the start. Out of people trying to find the best position for this start that I believe is close to the race committee because also of a right wing shift that is coming soon. Penalty for Yuko at 10 seconds.
Boats. So they're going to be able to have full control on the boat. It's not going to be too quick or too fast like it could possibly be with the Ilka and the downwind. It's a very balanced boat.
A lot of the Italian on the right hand side. Really miscommunication here between Luca Kozlovic and Amos Di Benedetto. And we need to remember that 7 and 8 is always a losing combo. And that's the only certainty that this 4v4 format have. Penalty also for Amos Di Benedetto. At the moment, Lorenzo is performing really well. Is being blocked between Yuko and Mine RV Sail. And KGR is creating a mayhem on the Italian team.
So far, a rougher start for the Italians. We've seen 3 penalties already given to them. We'll see how they answer back. We see the dial down over there by LF7 on Muimui.
And now he's stacking over KGR, so impressive job by LS7 on this side. Lorenzo is close with Mine and KGR, and Yuko, sorry, on the left-hand side. It will be interesting to understand what the Italians are going to do on the next leg. as a small no-win zone is coming from the right-hand side, that will make it even more difficult for the Japanese to run away, and this will increase the possibility for us to a nice show. What do you think?
Yes, the fact that they're not going to be able to fly away is going to prove that will make it that the others are going to be able to catch up, meaning that the fleet is going to be compact again. Meaning the fight will happen until the very end. Unfortunate touching the mark by Mui. While KGR is trying to accompany Luka Kozlovic further up, trying to slow him down.
Yeah, KGR is planning for not having 7 and 8 and hope that Mina and Yuka are going to have a 1-2. This is a really risky situation with the current configuration. Thank you.
So we've seen Lorenzo manage to sneak up next to Yuko, who is trying to prepare a mark trap. Yuko is going to concentrate on LF7, while Amos is going to take a penalty by KGR.
Yeah, the wind, the path is where Lorenzo and Mina are going. So let's see if sooner they're going to enter in that one and start to fly. Lorenzo is going 1 knot faster than.
Exactly, Mina RVCL is going to jibe away another penalty on Amos behind.
Yeah, KGR is doing everything he can to slow down Amos. That's really interesting. KGR Amos, let's see, and there is a penalty for KGR at the moment. Nice stance between the Italian and the Japanese here on this downwind leg, with Lorenzo almost losing his first position over Mine. He's being covered, is going half a knot slower than him. Now he's out of the dirty wind, and let's see what's going to happen. Seems at the moment Amos is in third. Maybe he's cross also in front of Mui, so nice comeback just being on the path. Penalty for Mine, and Hidari have given by Lorenzo. Hidari have the first now, but it's not enough. It's 17 points for Italy, 19 for Japan. As you can see, 1 point difference is almost nothing. And remember, in the event of a tie, the team with the first position is going to lose. Amos Di Benedetto is in the path, 13 knots for him. He just came out of the path and the boat slowed down to 9 knots. And Luka Kozlovic is also in fourth, so good news for the Italian at the moment. And as you can see, Mina RVCL is going for Mark Trap.
Yep. Lost his first place to Lorenzo, so he's going to wait in the mark for the other Italians to come and try to slow them down, and allow his teammates to take the lead, as behind LS7 takes another penalty given by Yuko. Amos Di Benedetto is going to take a penalty, so is Luka Kozlovic. That might allow the 3 Japanese, or at least 2 of them, to gain 1 position.
Penalty 16 for Luka Kozlovic. But the Italians have a 1-2, I believe, here with Amos Di Benedetto. Let's see if he can keep the second position. Seems he could.
Well, if they start this upwind with the Italians having a 1-2, then the Japanese are likely going to have to focus on Luka and LF7.
Yep.
KGR behind takes a penalty.
Friendly fire, but between Mui and KGR. But this doesn't matter. The focus should be on Yuko only. And KGR is doing an amazing job.
Yeah, doing a good job trying to prevent Luka Kozlovic to try to help out. LF7, Luca, and LF7 currently in 7 and 8, meaning that even though the Italians have the 1 and 2, it will be a victory for Japanese if it stays like this.
Lorenzo is now coming back.
Yep.
This is really exciting and nerve-wracking, to be honest. Nerve-wracking. Lorenzo is going to help LS7 against Yuko. Let's see what is being.
We're gonna see something between Amos and Mina Arvisel. Amos actually attacking in front of Mina Arvisel is gonna give the first place to Mine. Hoisting his kite up, is gonna try to cross
And penalty
the
for
whole
Yuko.
fleet. Yuko takes a penalty. Well defended and well read by Lorenzo and LF7. Mina Arvisel suddenly decides that he must follow Amos. The fleet is still very close to each other, so
Italian is looking for 7 and 8. Nine and 19. The teams are really, really close. Probably 1 point away between each other.
Maybe trying to do a dial down is gonna force LF7 to attack, given his position to Mina Arvisel.
Penalty on Luka Kozlovic. Amos Di Benedetto has the key. Is the key of the match. And
Managed to put
penalty
a
on
penalty on
Mui.
Mui.
It will be enough? I don't think so, though.
That's gonna be a very close finish.
Yeah, but Lorenzo and Luka Kozlovic are 7 and 8. So while well done by Amos, Lorenzo and Luka Kozlovic finish in the last position, give the point to the Japanese.
So it is a 1-3-5-7. So that is 10-16 for the Japanese. So a Japanese win. 2-4-6-8 for the Italians.
20.
20 for the Italians.
Yeah. Really, really nice upwind leg. Really, really well fought by both teams. It was interesting to see all of the tactics and how fluid the tactics have to be to make sure that you are going for the needs of the team rather than your needs. Luka Kozlovic again with a 10 penalty this time. Probably with Lorenzo, they're not performing well today. Let's see if they can get better for the last 2 races they have.
So there we have it. Last race goes for Japan, makes it a 2-1 overall. After 3 races, we have 9 races in total, so it is not over yet. Next up, we're gonna head over to a 3v3 mixed race in the offshore racer on the Italian side. Charizard, Pimpy, and Tommy Tambo for the Japanese, FC Rich, FSC Kazuki, and Kanako. Race number 4 will be raced on the N course again, and like November, meaning the same course that we've just seen with the J70 and the Ilka.
But the offshore boat is a completely different boat. We require the start is really, really important, especially if you manage to have a good start. You can try to close the deal at the first mark, but everything can happen. Especially because we have a really, really strong sailor in the both of the roster.
Yep.
Italy is coming. Italy is coming with Tommy Tambo, Tommaso Tamble, Charizard, Stefano Bonatti, and Pimpy Anna Kucha. With the Japanese Kanako Miki, Kazuki Miyamae, and FC Rich is Yuya Takubo. And we have the start of the race.
Let's switch to the water. Japanese still in white, Italian still in blue.
"50 seconds to the start, both, even if there is a massive left wing shift at the moment, both are going to try to have the race committee place. As the boat is really long, the boat is really narrow, and will allow having the right of way on the right hand side of the racing area is really the key point of this start. But like not all of them need to have the right position. You need to have one that is pushing the other, like they did with Kazuki, and the other need to be able to stick in. 3, 2, 1, and out
3
for
penalties.
Pimpy. Out
We
for
got 2
Pimpy,
of
out
them
for
out.
Charizard.
Yeah, and one normal, let's say, penalty for Kanako.
Yeah.
That's usually what we didn't say it before about the talk about the bowsprit on the offshore racer that usually often ends up in a false start. Other players, maybe us not mentioning it means that the false start happened, because every time we do mention it, we don't see any false starts. A reverse jinx.
Yeah. Tommy Tamble have the lead at the moment. And having one in the lead, especially with the 16 knots of wind, is really, really important. Tommy Tumble and Charizard are the winner of the Italian Team Racing Championship. Pimpy was the part of the runner-up team, so let's see if they can put all the
communication there between Kazuki and FC Rich.
To use.
Penalty given by Tommy Tambo on Kanako. 3v3 again, we've seen it before. It's going to be a 1 and 2 winning combo as Charizard takes a penalty behind, given by FC Rich. MP hoisting her kite up.
In the front, who is hoisting the kite first is going to lose between Kazuki and Tommy Tambo.
Tommy Tambo hoisted it, Kazuki right after, no penalty so far, and Kazuki takes it. MP with a penalty, so is FC
also
Rich,
FC Rich.
so done by 10 seconds. So Japanese currently have a 1 and 3, but we see Charizard here coming in very fast next and close to FSC Kazuki. We also have Pimpy over here actually overtaking the other Japanese, confirming a 3rd place for the Italians, but Italians do have 6. So if you don't have the 1st, you want to stay away from the 6.
Yeah. Charizard need to win the battle with Kazuki. He knows that is not going to be easy. But Pimpy have already her plate full with FC Rich, and penalty for FC Rich. Miss for Pimpy, and right now FC Rich have the 3rd position. Penalty for Charizard.
Tambo is going to slow down, allow the rest of the fleet to catch up. Lukazika, thank you for the follow. Lukazita, sorry. By Ita, says Luca. Lucas Ita. Lucas Ita.
Yeah. Let's see if Tommy Tambo can provide some penalties here and allow the Italian to come back.
Missed the mark by Pimpy.
Tommy Tambo actually
Kanako
is going
yeah.
at 12 knots. Really well done by Tommy.
I say Kanako currently has the first place. Looks like she was going fast, and actually no, she's going to be waiting for the rest of the fleet as well, for her teammates to come closer. Tommy Tambo puts a penalty on FC Rich, but Kazuki puts a penalty on Charizard, and FC Rich missed the mark as well.
That is really dangerous for FC Rich. This one could cost a lot to the Japanese team, as Tommy Tambo has the right of way over Kazuki.
It means that Kanako is going to have to do a dial down, try to slow down the Italians, because she's the only Japanese in front.
And as you can see, Tommy Tambo now is slowing down Kazuki.
And FC Rich managed to overtake Pimpy.
Yeah. Is Charizard trying to go for the first? No.
Going at 9.6 knots, it's as fast as the other boats. But he will have to give way to Kazuki, who's going to have to do a dial down to try to slow him down, just confirming. Or making it a bit easier for his teammates. Kanako still has first place. It's going to be tight between FC Rich, Pimpy, Charizard for that last place. We see Tommy Tambo here trying to get closer to FC Rich. FC Rich is going to attack, double attack. But I believe this is a win for Japan. 1-3-4 for the Japanese. That makes it 8 points. 2-5-6 for the Italians. That makes it 13 points for the Italians, giving a win to Japan in this fourth race.
Really well done by the Japanese. Kanako didn't have to do much. Tommy tried to stop Kazuki, but was not enough. A lot of bad situation for Pimpy and Charizard against FC Rich and Kazuki, and 7 penalties for Charizard are really the meter that we need to look over.
Rate's going to start at 45.
3-1 Japan. At the moment, Japanese are really on top of their game. Now we have a 5v5 F50 amazing race, where Italy come with Rocco Guerra, FIV Rock, JL77 Jacopo Lucchetti, I believe his first race today. Pimpy, Amos Di Benedetto, and Luca Kozlovic, I believe his last race for Luca, against KGR, Totti Totexi, Kanako, Yuko,
Yutsuki, and Totexi.
And Yutsuki. Yeah. Really interesting to see in 1 minute when they're going to race. Can you explain more for the people watching for the first time? Give us more information about the F50.
F50 is taking on the Cell GP boats, the Formula One of sailing, one of the fastest boats in the world. And in the game, the F50 has a very slow acceleration, so we want to start far from the starting line so that you have your maximum speed when you hit it. And being a foiling boat means that you are going faster than the wind. So if you compare it to the other boats that we've seen so far, the wind shadow will always be in front of the boat if you're going on downwind, and behind the boat if you're going on upwind. For the F50, the wind shadow is always behind, so having the lead definitely puts you in a more comfortable position, and in a position where you can have control over the boats behind you, whether that's upwind or downwind. So for the players, most of the battle will likely happen first during that first reaching leg and downwind start. So it's going to be a reaching starboard start into upwind, downwind, reaching, finish into port. First reaching and first downwind is the most essential part, because that will kind of dictate how the rest of the race will happen.
And can you explain also the rules of OCS? In this case?
OCS, so that means that when you're doing a false start, we're going to switch over to the water. Well, I'll explain that. If you do a false start for the F50, you're going to have to wait for the other boats to overtake you to be able to get out of your penalty with 50 seconds to go. Usually we see it, apparently with 22 knots of boats, usually we see the boats trying to do their starting from far with around 20 seconds left.
Yeah. Even a little bit
Italy
less
in blue,
with
Japan in white.
Normally they try to time around between 17 and 14 seconds. Apologies. Depending on where they wanted to position themselves.
Penalties
a little bit
here and
late.
there for Yutsuki and Kanako. That was a good start by Luka Kozlovic, a good start by Amos as well.
And JL77.
And DHL 77.
Winning combo for the 5v5 is a 1-2-5, so having the 1-2 is already a great moment. Penalty for Yuko, penalty for Pimpy in the background, and this is definitely a win for the Italian team, for the start at least.
Yep, you said it. 1-2-5 is one of the worst combos still winning with it. So the Italians having a 1-2-3 definitely puts them in a comfortable spot for the rest of the race. As we said, they're going to have the wind shadows always behind them, so overtaking is going to be very hard. It's going to be a question of reading the shifts better than your opponents. Friendly fire between Amos and Luka Kozlovic. We're hoping that one of your opponents does an unfortunate maneuver like going out of the boundaries. There are some boundaries in this course. These are the thick white lines that you see on the side of the course. Going too deep into them or going behind them will put your boats in a 10-second slowdown. You have to be careful with this. L77 still in first place, followed by Luka in second. Protexi will take a penalty by Amos.
He just came out from the boundary where it was protected, that's why he got rule 10. That was excellent timing for Amos that bring back Italy to a winning combo.
I'll see what happens with the attack over here. Watch out for the friendly fire between Yuko and Kanako. Between Amos and Luka. L77 still going fast. The Japanese will have to attack again, not being able to round the mark on the first tack. So a double tack by Yusuke is going to slow him down quite a bit, but he gives a penalty on Pimpy. Wrong person, well, should have been better to put the penalty on the top three because the Italians are still going fast in front, 45 knots. 45.7 for JL77 all the way at the top over there.
And right now there are more than 150 meters of difference between Amos Di Benedetto and Kanako that put the Italians in comfortable winning combo.
And didn't read the chat, but yes, impressive start that was by the Italians.
Yeah.
We've seen them take the 1-2-3 spot as soon as they reach the first reaching mark, and they currently still have it. And Renato Carraro. Is that one of you, Berto?
Probably my father, if not another one watching with the same name.
Playing Forza Italia.
At the moment, Italy have 1-2-3 combo. JL, Amos, and Luka Kozlovic. Yutsuki all the way to the right could be a problem with Kanako all the way there. And at the moment, Luka Kozlovic, I believe he could be in a small issue over there. But there is no wind on the right-hand side, and the wind is coming
Luka
from the
Kozlovic
left.
is in the Luka Kozlovic is in some high pressure zone, so I don't think he'll be bothered that much by Yutsuki or Kanako.
Totito Taxi is close in 4th position.
Yeah.
But we are on the last.
And this is going to be the last section of the race. Yutsuki trying to catch Luka Kozlovic on the outside of the mark. That will not work. He's on a different leg. And takes the penalty later on as they start this last downwind. JL77 still in first, Amos still in second, Luka still in third. Will normally give the win to Italy as Tatexi touches the mark.
Yep. FIV Rock here fighting for the position, and Pimpy get a penalty 18. But I will believe is 1, 2, 3, 7, 10.
Indeed, 1, 2, 3, 7, 10 for the Italians gives them the win. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 for the Japanese. The answer of Italy getting closer at now 3-2.
Now we can and the number of penalties by Luka Kozlovic are all before the starting of the race. So I'm not really worried about that. You can see FIV Rock in the back doing a dance of jibes, but the best start by JL77 at 4 decimal of a point of the starting time was what was the strength. That was the strength of the Italian teams.
Yeah, you can just see also the speed of the F50 Amos Di Benedetto going the fastest at 49.8 knots. That's almost 50 knots. And while likely finding 40 knots, 32 knots of wind. As we're going to switch to the scoreboard. And solid one, says Mix CNS, indeed. Next up, 3v3 J70. Amos Di Benedetto, Lorenzo, and Rocco Guerra. For the Italians, FC Rich, FSC Kazuki, and Mine RV Sail for Japan.
Let's
in the
see
J70, we're going to have the M course, like bike. Long upwind, short downwind, short upwind, long downwind finish. Race starts in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Renato Carraro, go Italy from a senior sailor.
I believe we already presented all the racers that are in the race today. And we just needed to wait for the 1 minute and 10 seconds for the race to start. On the purpose of players that are remaining, I believe Italians put the team now. They have Amos, Lorenzo, Rocco for this one. They have Amos, Charizard, Lorenzo, Rocco for the next one. So I believe Amos, Lorenzo, Rocco is the strong pillar of the next two races. And we will see if they can come back in the next two races, or
they've also kept a strong roster for the last 3v3 in the F50 with Charizard, JL77, and Tommy Tamble.
Yeah. But on the other hand, there is FC Rich, Kazuki, and Yuko. So both the teams, while Charizard, JL, and Tommy are specialized in the F50. the other three are all ESWC finalists, so eSailing World Championship finalists. It's difficult to say who is going to win right now.
For sure. Currently, 2-3 for Japan against Italy. Japanese still need 2 more wins if they want to get the gold medal in the eSailing Nations Cup, but Italy will still need 3 more wins. They have 4 races to go. And Gianfranco Paretti, Forza Ragazzi.
Gianfranco Paretti is La Gatta Nuda in the game.
Okay. Hello to you then, if you're doing well.
"20 seconds to the start." And a strange positioning right now with the 2 Italian blocking 1 Japanese sailor and then freeing up himself. 7 seconds to the start. I need to go a little bit faster now. 1 Italian really late, and I believe this is a Japanese victory.
For the start at least. We've seen a pretty late start as well by Kazuki, who actually slowed down quite considerably and decided to go straight onto port, hoping that he could maybe catch some of the Italians on starboard.
Yeah.
Forcing Lorenzo to tack away.
Yeah, even Amos de Benedetto is following the fleet. They have 1-3-4 position at the moment. The left wing shift coming soon after. We need to see an Italian in 4th position to be more even. At the moment is a strong combo for the Japanese. Nothing happening as there is a massive right wing shift. A massive left wing shift is coming soon. Nice cross by Lorenzo going on the left hand side.
Franco Paretti, thank you for the follow.
Lorenzo went all the way to the right to catch another right wing shift that is coming soon after this left one. So maybe Lorenzo is getting a little bit from this one, but it depends how long he's going to stay and how strong it will be. But the moment is not a good moment for the Italians.
Yeah, the J70 usually caps out at 6 knots on the upwind.
Yeah, and the
So
direction
even though,
of the wind is.
Yeah, Mino RVCL is going at 5.7, Lorenzo has 6 knots, so there is a difference. It's a bit marginal. Mino RVCL slowing down even more, 5.6 knots now. And I see a lot of support for the Italians in the Twitch chat. Where's the support for the Japanese? Lucas showing his support for the Italians. But it is Mino RVCL FC Rich taking the lead in a 1 and 2 position. FSC Kazuki's gonna round the mark after them. Does not pull his kite straight up and is going to take the penalty by Amos Di Benedetto. I believe normally the strategy here for Kazuki would be to try to slow down Amos and Lorenzo as much as he can, because they currently have the 1 and 2, which is a winning combo in the 3v3.
And Rocco here, FIV Rock, need to stop at least one of the two, and the Kazuki needed to stop Rock. And Kazuki is doing it, and nobody is helping Rock. That he is alone at the moment. That is a risky situation for Italian if FC Reach goes away from the covering of the Italian sails.
Well, he is still in front. He's rounding mark number 3 now, starting the reaching leg into the small upwind after that. They still have a long downwind for the finish. And we're going to see a battle between Lorenzo and FC Kazuki over here, as Kazuki had the right of way. Lorenzo is going to be slowed down by 10 seconds.
Nice maneuver by Amos Di Benedetto. That is going strong on the left wind shift. The Italian managed to spread out just enough to put the Japanese in trouble. And we are expecting a nice downwind leg now.
I'm as Taumeister with a Hop Hop Italia. Sailors are going to wait a bit before doing their maneuvers. You see strong puffs coming in.
Yeah.
So it's likely going to be a fast downwind.
Normally a fast downwind is good for the one with a better positioning. So in this case, the Japanese. Let's see if it's true or not.
Our master with the best should win. I think we can all agree on that. FC Rich rounding mark, the mark number 5, and still in second place. FIV Rock and Amos are still in pursuit. FSC Kazuki took 5th place from Lorenzo.
Are they close enough to cover the team in front?
It's possible.
Kazuki is really close. Lorenzo, is he slowing him down or not?
Lorenzo at 14 knots. Well, it was going at 14 knots. Kazuki was going now at 13 knots.
FC is faster and is flying away.
Kazuki is being slowed down, but FC Rich is going at 12.6. Amos at 11.2, being slowed down by Kazuki. Kazuki is doing a good job in helping out his teammates.
And this one is a victory for Japan. We need to understand if it's 8 or 9 points.
Kazuki is being slowed down by Lorenzo. And Lorenzo is slowly overtaking.
Japanese, Mina, Visail, and FC crossed the finishing line in 1 and 2. So victories for Japan.
FIV Rock in 3rd, Amos in 4th. FSC Kazuki is going to take 5th. So 1, 2, 5 for the Japanese. 8 points. 3, 4, 6. For the Italians, 13 points. Gives a win to Japan.
Yeah, the start was really impressive by the Japanese. If you go and watch the stats are only on Kazuki. So max wind speed, max number of jibes, max number of penalties. The number of penalties that are only to express how strong they were at the beginning of the race. That means not a lot of penalty were given out during this time, and just the Japanese sailed faster than them, the Italian.
Let's switch to the scoreboard, give the point to Japan. It is now 2-4 for Japan. It's match points for Japan, first one to reach 5. Next up is going to be a 4v4 in the offshore racer on the M course again. And quickly looking at the chat, Pepino, Forza Italia, the independent followers want to see a 4-4 for a final match in the 9th race. I think we all kind of want this. And Danny78, go Japan. On the Italian side, in the next race, Amos Di Benedetto, Charizard Lorenzo, and Rocco Guerra. For the Japanese side, we're going to see KGR, Mini RV Mimui, and Yutsuki. With Time Master agreeing with Pepino in the chat.
What they say? Sorry.
That they wanted the independent followers want to see a 4-4.
Yeah, everybody wants to see a 4-4. But at the
Probably
moment,
except those playing. You know, I'm pretty sure the Italians or the Japanese are happy with having the 5 as soon as possible to relax during the later races.
I believe the Italian wants to have a 4-4 because they are now 2-4. The Japanese
for sure the Italians
probably
want a 4-4.
will not like it.
Japanese,
This one.
yeah. Indeed. We still have 7 seconds to go before the start procedure can initiate. And so again, match point for Japan. We're going to switch to the water for race number 7. In the offshore boat. So we're going to mention the bowsprit this time to hope for no false starts by any of the players. There is a long bowsprit in front of the boats, which is the line sticking out, and counts for any false starts that you may do. So if this line is over the starting line, it will count as a false start. So make sure that that it does not
Cross that line.
And Mixia next 3-0 Italy now. What are the odds?
The
odds are definitely in favor
low,
of the
but
Japanese.
not impossible.
But exactly. It's match point. We've seen Italy come back from tough situations. 10 seconds to go. 3 of the Italian boats lining up close to the committee boats. Most of the 3 of the Japanese are on are closer to the pin end.
No, Charizard out. 1 person out, 1 person with a penalty.
Execute with the Rule 31. Touching the committee boats.
Yeah.
Lorenzo attacking over Mumui, who's going to be forced to attack again to try to avoid getting a penalty by Amos. But Amos rears into Mumui's back, so he's going to be penalized by 10 seconds.
Yeah. Now he's all in the hands of Rocco and Lorenzo to keep the Japanese team behind and 1 between Amos and Charizard. Need to catch up on the rest of the fleet. Lorenzo is doing an impressive job on compacting the fleet here. Mui is going to be slowed down more than 1 knot. And actually, Amos Di Benedetto is catching up. But Lorenzo lost his position over Mini RV Sail, and this could be a problem for the Italians. And let's see if he can cross, if KGR can cross. Penalty for Mui.
FFV Rock took the first place. KGR is going to take a penalty by Lorenzo. 4v4, if you have the 1-2, you just want to stay away from the 7 and 8. If we snapshot the ranking, it is currently the Italians in a 7 and 8. But it is going to be tight. At the back of the fleet over here, we see these 6 boats very close to each other, so we can definitely switch again. Penalty for
Italian do not have the 7 and 8 anymore. Yeah, they have. Because Charizard get a penalty.
Penalty for Charizard. But not a lot of winds. And, less than 15 knots of wind, 10.5 knots for Mumi over here.
This is still a winning combo for the Italian, but it's only 1 point. So if Charizard lost his 7th position, and that one is going to be painful.
We see F5E Rock actually waiting for the rest of the fleet. He rounded the mark. And now wait. And now wait. So Lorenzo is going to take a penalty given by Yutsuki. Charizard is also going to take a penalty behind. F5E Rock is going to try to push Yutsuki, putting a penalty also on 2 of the Japanese, Mino Arvicell and Yutsuki, both recovering from a penalty given by Amos, F5E Rock, and Lorenzo.
I believe now Italy is in a 1-2-3 situation.
Yep. They did a very good job to revert the situation and give them back the advantage with the 1-2-3. That is a very strong position. Charizard isn't that far behind, well, 110 meters still actually between him and the first player.
We have to say that all the merit is F5E Rock and his Mark Trap. Impressive.
The fact that he waited there, saw that it wasn't clear cut for his teammates, waited in the mark zone for the Japanese to come around and try to slow them down by successfully giving out penalties to 3 of them in total, I believe, during that leg. As a
penalty for Mina.
Take another penalty.
Penalty also for Yutsuki.
This is the bowsprits.
And now there is a big puff that will advantage slightly the Italians.
That's Lorenzo starting the downwind, going at 14 knots over. Penalty again on Mino Arvicell given by Amos, and Amos is just going to try to make sure that he creates more space between him and his teammates. Just need in that
case
a
really dangerous move.
Yeah. Sure that he doesn't finish in 7 and 8 with Charizard. So KGR here is going to try to slow down Amos, but Amos is also slowing down Yutsuki. Behind, we're going to see Mumi and Charizard also in a battle.
That's impressively well done by Charizard, because he's helping not to have the 7-8 situation. You see right now, Mui with a penalty, Amos with a penalty.
Yep.
And Lorenzo, F5E Rock are going to close in 1 and 2. And Amos need to get to that path and try to run away as fast as he can.
Yeah, Mui is doing that as well. Overtaking Charizard for now. KGR is going to try to push Amos.
There's no overlap though.
Sale is going to do it instead. Penalty on Amos.
Charizard needs to slow down Mui. And
this is going to be a very close finish. But I believe it's going to be an Italian win.
Yes, he's an Italian win.
So a 1-2-6-8 for the Italians. That's 17 points. 3, 4, 5, 7 for the Japanese. It's going to be 19 points for the Japanese, meaning that the Italians take this race.
Yes, I have to say, nerve-wracking finish. Was a really, really, really close call, and that was really, really intense. Everything was decided at the end by Amos Di Benedetto and Charizard. F5E Lorenz and F5E Rock and Lorenzo really went away earlier than that, and just secure a 1 and 2 situation. The 7 and 8 was the combo that they need to do. I see the chat now is getting crazy.
Yeah. Lucasito is going to again be blown away by the Italian team. Clem BFC, hello. There we go. Dr. Cruel training. That was a bold move by Amos and Clem BFC. I also want to predict races. Predict the races. Who do you think is going to take the next one? in a 5v5 on the Ilka, currently 3-4 for Japan. Still on match point. Italians getting closer.
Let's go and see the roster for that. Charizard, JL, Ottavio, Rocco Guerra, Tommy Tumble. On the other hand, KGR, Mine, Arvisel, Mui Mui, Yuko, and Yutsuki. Yuko did a final in 2025. Yutsuki did a final in 2021, I believe. Mui Mui did a final in 2023. Except Mine, all the other one have attended to the SWC. On the other hand, only Rocco did that. But the rest of the Italian team is the winner of the Italian Team Racing Championship. So let's see what's going to happen in 5 seconds.
Yep. And BFC, I believe we're getting some predictions on the Twitch chat. I know Clem BFC has 5k points. He wants to predict.
"52 seconds. I believe it's time to go to the water."
Exactly. Oh.
30 seconds to the race. A lot of players are trying to focus on their positioning and trying to give us some penalties. You see penalties of FIV Rock right now, trying to be too aggressive without the overlap. 9 seconds to the start. I see the Japanese are better positioned, to be honest.
Apologies about that. We've set a prediction. You have 2 minutes to predict who will win this last race. Is it going to be Italy, or is it going to be, well, not the last race, but this race over here? Is it going to be Italy, or is it going to be Japan? Currently 3-4 for Japan. Japan still on match points. Italy trying to make it a 4-4 before the last race. Muimui, Yuko, Mino, Arvisale taking the lead in a 1-2-3.
I believe with the prediction, you jinx it here. The Japanese have a 1-2-3 combo.
Yeah, so in my defense, I was not looking at the race right at the start when I was doing the prediction.
That's the issue. Yutsuki, Yuko in the lead, Mina, Visela, and Muimui trying to go as fast as possible, while Yuko is trying to stop the Italian. On the right hand side, there is a battle between FIV Rock and Yuko, but the rest of the Italian fleet is a little bit behind.
But so, more than possible for the Italians to come back with the Ilka. It is a very fast boat in the downwind, but the wind shadow is very efficient, so as long as they stay close, they can still come back.
That is true, and also having KGR kind of far away in the 10th position is kind of the point that the Italians should make to make sure that they have the 10th position. But penalty over JL 77 given by Yutsuki.
And I also see people coming in from YouTube. Louis the Pawn, go for it, Japan. It is match point for Japan, so if they win this race, they win the event.
Yep.
No pressure on the Italians, obviously.
Which pressure? Yuko went all the way to the right to block FIV Rock. Muimui, Mine, and Yutsuki have the lead over there. I believe the closest Italian is Ottavio. that probably will receive a dial down right now.
Indeed. Penalty on Otavio given by Yutsuki. That's going to allow Mine and Muimui to create a bit more distance, and Yutsuki has a blanket to help them out. Behind, KGR is going to take a penalty. FIV Rock's going to take a penalty. So is Tommy Tamble.
Otavio need to be as annoying as possible. Try to slow down Yutsuki as much as you can.
He definitely has Yutsuki in his wind shadow, so he can make that happen.
Yeah.
And it's going to be between Otavio's attack and Yutsuki's defense.
Now
As
Yutsuki is
behind,
being
Tommy
covered by
Campbell takes
two
another... Yeah. Shell 77 coming in to help Otavio slow down Yutsuki. Is Mimi easing his sails, or is he just being slowed down by the wind shadows?
He's easing his sails, he's doing a mark trap.
So he's going to open the gate for his teammate Yutsuki, penalize Otavio.
But right now the
Charizard
fleet
came in
is
very
much,
close
much
as well.
closer.
Indeed. Swedish eSailing saying Japan will win, they look strong. They still have this short upwind, and then it's going to be a long downwind. So as long as the fleet stays close, I don't think we can predict anything.
Tommy missed the mark. I'm going to predict an easy win for Japan here. Because it's impossible for the Italian to come back in this situation. They have 1, 2, 3, 5. I know I have jinxing power, but this one is definitely too much.
Well, we will see. Minardi still is still far in front. They're probably not going to ask him to come back to help because the first position is a powerful position in the 5v5.
Yeah.
And then between Yutsuki, Muimui, and KGR, still have JL77 that could maybe... No, but he's getting too far now.
Yeah, I want to open the door for Charizard to come in. Probably KGR will get a penalty here. No. Now KGR is in a position where he can slow down everybody else. And
Yep. Penalty here given by KGR onto Charizard. The other Japanese boats are out of reach in terms of wind shadow, so it's all about KGR trying to slow down as much as he can the other Italians just to make it more secure. Bobbing and weaving between the Japanese boats. Nice maneuver by him, returning the penalty on Otavio. I see Bari in the chat saying, "Well done, Japan. You earned it with your hard work throughout the year. The race isn't over yet." But it does look like a Japanese win in this race.
yeah.
As Mina Arvisel crossed the finish line. Penalty behind for Yuko. Penalty for JL77. Muimui Yutsuki crossing the finish line as well. So a 1-2-3 confirmed. That is a winning combo. Best power with well done Japan. Dr. Cool training. Agree with Vari, it's deserved. Well done. Well done Japan. It's game over. Said Sweet.
Yeah.
eSailer. Omedeto Nihon says Maradani. And there we have it. A 1, 2, 3, 8, 10 for Japan. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 for Italy. Meaning that Japan has officially won the eSailing Nations Cup.
Yep. They won the eSailing Nations Cup 2025. I'm trying to understand if they want to race also the last one, because I want to stick with my 5-4. But yeah, players are already in. There is no even anything to discuss about that. Congratulations to Japan, amazing victory of this 2025 eSailing Nations Cup. They already eliminated France before with a really strong statement. This one was definitely a races that was much more suffered about, but congratulations with Japan. They are putting a lot of time and effort to organize everything, and congratulations.
I mean, we all knew it was a matter of time till one day they would eventually win the Nations Cup. We see them just getting better and better over the years, never quite breaking through so far. Well, in the previous years, and this year was finally the year for them. Really up their level, both in individual scaling, but also working as a team, knowing the strategies and different team racing scenarios, knowing what to do and when. So huge congratulations to Japan winning this 5-3. Currently, we'll see if Italy can make it a 5-4 or if it will be a 6-3. Next up, the 3v3 F50 Charles Argel 77 Tommy Tamble for the Italian side, FC Rich, Kazuki, and Yuko for the Japanese side. And yeah, also, I mean, shout out to Italy as well. You know, they're a strong team as well. They won 2 years ago. They've completely demolished France, who were one of the favorites earlier on in the semifinals. So definitely deserved for the Italians.
I wanted to shout out all the 15 members of the name of the 15 members of the Japanese team while we are seeing the starting of the race. Give me just one.
Yeah, all good. 1 minute to go before the start procedure can be given, and I see a lot of chat actually for the congratulations of Japan. So apologies if I'm not reading every one of them, but we do see a lot of congratulations and good vibes going on in the chat. So
yeah,
we appreciate that.
I want to start to congratulate Natsuki Matsura and Yuya Takubo as captain and vice captain, known as Vegas and FC Rich. Then for the player, Katsuki Miyamae, Kazuki, Nanako Onishi, Nanana, Katsuki Kumagai, Japan 1985, Ryoto Toda, Totito Taxi, Yuko Furukawa, Yuko 31657, Takuma Mineoka, Minervi Sail, Ryuzo Watanabe, Ozuil, Toshikiko Gure, KGR, Shunsato, Flying Boss, Taichi Murakami, Mui Mui, Kanako Miki, Kanako, Katsuki, Ozoji, Yutsuki, and the last one is Karen Ishikawa, KRN. In the meantime, we have the start.
Exactly, a good start by Kazuki, JL77, and Tommy Tamble, but Kazuki has the lead, followed by the 3 Japanese. So overall, a better start by the Italians over the Japanese. We'll see if Kazuki can slow them down enough to allow FC Rich and Yuko to come back into the race. Very impressive what Vegas and his team have managed this year's Swedish eSailing. Also, Lorenzo and his team have made a great effort and great performance this season. Well done. Penalty on Tommy Tamble is going to allow Yuko to overtake 1 positions. The Italians still have 2 of their boats in 2nd and 3rd, but they also currently have 6th. So if we snapshot this ranking, it's a win for Japan.
Yeah, it's really a difficult situation now for Japan, but I believe the tension is lost, and the regatta will be less careful and more advantageous on the tactic and strategy.
They're probably
I
not
believe
gonna
from both the
try as
teams.
hard. Yeah.
JS77 right now have the right of way over Yuko. I believe a nice dial down here. Yes, and is a penalty for the Japanese. The yes was because I got it right, not because of the penalty. And the Italian are another penalty for FC Rich, and the Italian back 2-3-4.
What will Kazuki do?
Kazuki
the
need
march
to
at
slow
the
them
moment.
down, but as you can see, Kazuki is trying to come back. Yeah, but the JS77 is really fast and smart. Is trying to open up. So in the moment Kazuki is coming to penalize, he's not penalizing the whole team. And let's see if Tomitamu can jibe in front of FC Rich. He did an amazing maneuver here, but now he's at the mercy of Yuko. Let's see if what he's going to do. Kazuki tried to compact the Italian team, but the rest of the Japanese team is not close enough to give some trouble to Tommy.
He is going to lose a position to FC Rich though. But he is now in the wind pressure while they're entering a no-wind zone.
And the friendly fire.
As he was trying to avoid the Italian JL77 crossing in front. Tommy Tamble gaining his first place back from Yuko.
Kazuki is still keeping the lead, but at the moment the Japanese are in a not nice losing combo. It's a strong winning combo at the moment for the Italians. Let's see if what Kazuki is going to do.
He is the only one indeed for the Japanese to be able to slow down the Italians. He is on starboard, going to do a dial down on JL77, but did not leave enough room or space for JL77 to have time to react, and loses his first position. And is going to get dialed down by JL77 indeed. As JL77 continues on to the rampage, penalizing also Kazuki. Yuko. Tommy Tamble starts the last downwind. JL77 and Charizard are following FC Rich, taking a penalty as well, and I believe the Italians have turned this into a 1-2-3 victory. So it will be a
really congratulations to
final score.
To JL77 that he won this race almost by himself in this last upwind leg. 3 penalties through all the teammates, the Japanese teammates, and thank God I was right with my 5-4 prediction.
Well, it is a 1-2-3 confirmed. 6 points for the Italians, 4, 5, 6, 15 points for the Japanese. For race number 9.
And I believe it's time to wrap up.
Exactly. Let's switch to the final scoreboard. Final score for the eSailing Nations Cup Grand Final between Japan and Italy. It is a Japanese win, 5-4. So some very close battles. We've seen the Japanese dominating the earlier races, and then the Italian response came back. Not exactly tying it, but catching up to 5-4. So a huge congratulation has to go to the Japanese team, who has just shown time and again that they have been progressing and just getting better in team racing and eSailing in general. So the time and effort that they put really is paying off. this year. And for the Italians, well, we've known them several years already. They've always been a strong contestant in the eSailing Nations Cup, sometimes even the favorites. So huge congratulations to them for putting up the fight. This day, however, goes to Japan. So huge congratulations to them.
Absolutely. Really, really congratulations to Japan and Japanese movement that is improving year after year.
Well, I guess it's time for us to wrap it up. We're going to open up the custom races again so you can join the custom races as well. Green challenges are going to open, and we have the eSailing World Championship starting as well tomorrow at 12 UTC. If you want to participate, the top 40 of that challenge are going to head over to the knockouts and try to grab a place to the semifinals or playoffs. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for participating in the chats. That was a very nice regatta to watch. This has been Oscar, your host, with Alberto. Big shout out to Giovanni as well, hiding in the background doing the starting procedures and instructions. And we'll see you all very soon for the eSailing World Championship. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.